Cody High School students were offered a unique opportunity to learn about what the music business is really like when one of the country's most famous performers rehearsed with his musicians at the school's auditorium. Thursday, November 21st started off as a normal school day, according to CHS band teacher Wade French.
Tuesday morning, Mr. Johnston came into my room and said, "Hey, I just got a call from one of Kanye's publicists or producers and said he's landing in Cody. He would like to use a space if we have some rehearsal space available." And then Thursday morning I got here and I saw people everywhere. I mean, we just saw people walking in front of the school I've never seen before. And one of my students even said, some of them walked in here and he's like, "Do you need help with something?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're looking for the auditorium. We're with Kanye's group."
The performers were here to rehearse for a Kanye West opera called Nebuchadnezzar that was performed just this last Sunday at the Hollywood Bowl. French says that the writers were creating throughout the day.
They had about 50 plus dancers in there, plus over 100 in the choir. And then they had the soloists. They're just writing the operas. They were performing it or rehearsing it.
A highlight of the day for French was when one of his students was given the opportunity to sit in with the orchestra. Kate Beardall, a senior at CHS, says the experience made a huge impact.
Then they're like, it would be cool if we had a saxophone part in here. It's like somebody called Kenny G. And then I was like, well, I play saxophone. And so they heard that and they're like, "You play saxophone?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Could you play with us?" I'm like, "Yeah." They know what it's all about. They know what the music industry is about. And they really just opened my eyes to what I want to do.
French says that Kanye West wasn't even a part of the rehearsal at first, but when he arrived, the students were invited to watch.
They were just doing their rehearsal and all of a sudden somebody walks in the back of the room and just sits down quietly and the students are just looking around and I'm like, "Guys, look." Kanye's sitting there with a blue beanie on his head and all the students are like, "Oh my gosh, he's here." And he hung out the rest of the day.
The impromptu event was the latest in a series of newsworthy happenings that have impacted the small town of Cody, Wyoming, since Kanye West moved to town earlier this year. He opened one of his famous Sunday services to the public in August. His billion-dollar clothing and shoe company has moved its headquarters here, and they are advertising a dozen job opportunities. Additionally, he's been hiring local workers, eating at local restaurants, purchasing equipment and vehicles here, and otherwise contributing to the Cody economy. While popular opinion is mixed on Kanye's impact on this small town in northwest Wyoming, one thing is certain. Cody High School students got a look at the in-depth, behind-the-scenes world of the music business, and that experience will stay with them for years to come.
It was the music that was very impressive. We got to see that firsthand and got to see those artists and those musicians creating it and really just tweaking it, making it their own.
From Cody, I'm Wendy Corr reporting.